You retire? You're not retired? What's going on?
Oh, I'm still active. I'm in active training. I do train.
Is he going to do an exhibition? He wants to, yeah.
You don't want an exhibition. You fight real guy.
Or a real fight. Financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with...
Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao is officially back in training, pushing himself through a grueling camp as he prepares for his July 19th clash with Mario Barrios. At 46 years old, the Filipino icon is once again defying expectations, sparring with younger, hungrier opponents, hammering the heavy bag, and tearing through speed drills with the relentless intensity that only a champion of his stature can bring. Pacquiao's training has become all-consuming. His days now begin with early morning runs, followed by countless rounds of pad work and punishing core workouts. Routines that would leave fighters half his age struggling to keep up. Driven by pure determination, Pacquiao is showing the world that greatness never fades. Pacquiao's longtime coach, Justin Fortune, is adamant that the Filipino legend still possesses the power and speed that made him a world champion in 8 weight divisions. To Fortune, this comeback is simply another chapter in a career defined by embracing the toughest challenges without hesitation. Having worked with Pacquiao for nearly 20 years, Fortune knows the difference between a fighter just going through the motions and one fully locked in. And in Pacquiao, he sees a veteran who's still driven, focused, and dangerous. In a recent conversation, Fortune made his stance clear. He believes Pacquiao can still compete at the sport's highest level. Manny just has to be Manny, Fortune said, confidently dismissing concerns about his fighter's age. You can't beat Pacquiao's experience.
Been out the game, retired. You haven't just been sitting around looking for fights. You've been retired, and you come back, and they give him a title fight. 46 years old, and this man is getting it. I mean, he's trying to be George.
Fortune highlighted Pacquiao's incredible resume. 86 professional fights against some of boxing's greatest names, including Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, Eric Morales, and Oscar de la Hoya. Far from viewing Pacquiao's long career as a disadvantage, Fortune sees it as one of his greatest assets. Pacquiao has faced every style imaginable, battled all types of punchers, and weathered every form of adversity the sport can throw at a fighter. Those years in the ring, according to Fortune, aren't wear and tear. They're experience, and they give Pacquiao a unique edge that few, if any, can match.
He just fought again. He just had an exhibition fight in Japan, which is ridiculous. Didn't look that good.
I used to like watching Oscar de la Hoya as well.
Still, critics are quick to point out that training is one thing, but stepping into the ring is an entirely different challenge. They draw comparisons to Mike Tyson, whose intense training videos ahead of his fight with Jake Paul showcased the power and aggression of a prime champion. But once the bell rang, the reality of age and time became clear, and the aura of invincibility faded.
The ring to fight Barrios, that's not a surprise. It's been rumored about for ages, fair enough. Pacquiao is not the first person, and certainly won't be the last person, to return from retirement to have a fight. Happens all the time. It's been rumored since he had his little exhibition fight. I don't mind that. What I really don't like is the fact it's for the WBC. The WBC, Mr. Simmons, a scumbag. How? And this is, again, everything that's wrong with boxing. I love boxing, but it's things like a man who's been retired for 4 years.
Pacquiao's training camp might look extraordinary. Videos of him shadow boxing at lightning speed and smashing the mitts with that signature crackling power paint a picture of vintage form. But as any seasoned observer knows, Fight Night has a way of revealing the truth. Even the most impressive training clips can't shield a fighter from the unforgiving test of the ring.
For a world title. Manny Pacquiao's not fought for 4 years. He had that exhibition, but if you saw any footage of the exhibition, it looked terrible. It looked really bad. So he's not fought for 4 years. He's not won a fight for 6 years. He's 46 years old, and you can be 45 as a heavyweight.
Most fighters would be shaken by the doubt, but not Manny Pacquiao. He's never been one to back down from a challenge, and this comeback is no exception. His confidence remains rock solid, and so does that of his longtime coach, Justin Fortune. Fortune is steadfast in his belief that Pacquiao's trademark speed, precision, and ability to carve angles with surgical sharpness haven't diminished. In his view, Pacquiao's southpaw stance, relentless pace, and blistering hand speed still make him a nightmare matchup for any orthodox opponent. He acknowledges that Mario Barrios, being younger, taller, and naturally heavier, poses a legitimate threat. But Fortune is quick to add, Pacquiao is still strong, fast, and very experienced. And in the ring, that combination is dangerous.
Getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, I definitely has to do with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, bigger fighter, knows how to, control distance very.
Even in his mid-40s, Manny Pacquiao trains with the intensity of a fighter in his prime. His days begin before sunrise, pounding the pavement while the world sleeps, logging miles in the early morning quiet. In the gym, he moves with the same urgency that defined his legendary peak, firing off rapid combinations on the heavy bag, his fists snapping like whips. Sparring partners rotate in, each trying to test his reflexes, some even replicating Mario Barrios' long, rangy style to prepare Pacquiao for the reach and height challenge ahead. Throughout it all, Justin Fortune watches closely.
Your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank and Pac.
Okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is,